Or we can level up in B now. Okay. I need 7, 4, and a 2. 7, 4, and a 2. Okay. That should be enough. Get this to 7. I need 1 and 1. 1 and 1. Tomorrow I'll be able to get this to 10. And this to 9, hopefully. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll be Gucci, we'll be Gucci. Let's go and sticky on and do change the rewards to the most recent one, of course. And it's the most recent one. Let's go. Logo. Right. Which one should be the quickest? Okay, I'm gonna just go with this one. Might as well. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me was in.
Time to come clean. It all adds up. Time to come clean.
Big thing, you know. Big up, big up.
It all falls into place. Can't hide the truth.
Come on, good piece, good piece, good piece. Buns. We gotta see about this one here specific. You know. Okay, oops. Why did I go back in, man? Okay, I think the feather can change. The feather? Okay, yeah, for sure. This feather can change for sure. Let me switch it. Let me put that 20 in it. Trash. Okay.
Why does Ash lose? Up on the counter.
Gonna claim my dailies. Gotta go and claim my dailies, man. Why did I come here?
Add Ash. Thank you. Add Astra.
Yo, we got a constellation. Yes, sir. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take it full beta. I'm gonna take it full beta. Gosh.
Emotion. Like a raging torrent that surges through the mind.
Right. Gotta go in some teapots. Yeah, some teapots. See what we can buy.
This realm is
Oh, the tea. I claimed the teapot on Saturdays, not on Friday.
if you ever
I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. Let me just make sure I did everything before I start. Because once I lock in, I gotta stay locked in, man. I gotta stay locked in. Okay. And it seems like I've done all unnecessary stuff. Hey, look at Josh Lynch, boy. Look at Josh Lynch, boy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We start this quest here. Big up, big up. Big up. Only OGs know the name Cheng Sing. Only OGs. The OGs. We continue where we left off. Alright.
Like I thought. No more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy. They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me.
When I'm back in Chicago. Yo.
Is that the ray here of Solnari?
Man like a
I
rare.
believe he survived.
You are the moon goddess.
Now we get to the Simagut.
How? Please, there's no need.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah, the way you used my own power against me was... And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space...
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. When I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart. I was but to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body. And partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Krai.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it. Some is from when I first arrived here and but there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered. And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it tried to...
Tried to? So...
Yes. Because after...
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone.
That's interesting.
And then I saw
Her?
Thalindis.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of the...
More precisely, I saw her afterimage. I'm sure the real her is long gone. Anyway, why have you come here?
If I hadn't escaped through the Moon Gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger. What?
You'd like to know how I know. The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Do you mean... Dottore?
Dottore. He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time. Also that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Krai. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Moon Goddess? Could I...
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, Especially, but this is the only thing.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to...
Tholinda?
Yes. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
Why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this. All I can see is a glimpse of her. In return, I will clear these... No, not in return. I'll clear them for you. Yeah, I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me. And then I turned around and started using others. I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately, that's how I ended up here.
What do you wish to tell?
All of it.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version? Like the part where you relentlessly tried to...
Love demands honesty. We hid too much from each other.
Maakt het dood. God. My god.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still He said that you betrayed him. But he also felt great
Why?
Because... if he'd known that someone could take a mess...
I know this will sound strange coming from me, but... don't die.
Man, like my god. Very. But then this,
Word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path.
of course, my boots. Look, my next boot.
Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. Hello, Miss Lindis.
Who are you?
You can call me Columbina.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's...
Better than he was, huh?
Others have had a rough time on his account too. And I'm not just talking about the children.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what...
Are you sure you wish...
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way, but in the end, he came to regret. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to but I'm sure that you've always been on his mind.
I'm sorry, Miss
It's all right. I understand. Well, that's everything from me.
Wait. Time flows backwards here.
I know. I intend to reach the...
Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far.
You could say that.
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? And it's not just me. It's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. I must seem so ridiculous. I can't jumped right in here without hesitating. only to be torn apart. But thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria. Revir was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first. It was only after meeting the prince that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting him and solve everything.
I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rayrir. That's why I wanted to go back.
I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust. I know I'm never getting out of here. But
How do you plan to help me?
have you noticed the golden energy that, based on my past research and my observations since, I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this.
Linda's unreviewed by my quote.
I think you just might. Now, I know. Also, I've been speculating about. The documentation was scant, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true, you might be able to.
Understood.
I'm the one who should be thanking you.
Nibelung.
If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deduction about Rayrir? I'm so.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other. Neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina.
Blessings, blessings.
And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Revir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. But please, gaze upon the past,
PS/time.
and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry.
Yo.
Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
Yeah, I've come. Moon goddess boy.
How exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little—
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Krai?
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the—
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words,
My doctor
4
good
moon
moon.
marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and in other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to it.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close.
Nah, I have it. For
That
me.
maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked. But
We're not giving up on saving her. Whether she can defeat Dottore.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help.
so...
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are
Part of the
too.
team, eh?
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arlecchino can... Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working... I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem...
Computing power? You mean...
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so
Okay,
much
okay, I'm a
data to get
PC.
through that the whole process has just ground.
That's a tricky problem.
Rene de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different.
Rene de
They're
Petrichor.
incompatible. Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this... Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well.
Oh, what do we do then?
Minus.
Grab...
You don't get it. And I need accurate results, not big prophecies. Ahem.
Boy, my PC.
Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone.
Hawkeye? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
I mean, I don't know where you're watching that, but I would assume so.
Let's go somewhere a little more private.
Yo.
Sumeru, right?
Yeah. She mentioned...
Things aren't looking good for Krai. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are 2 possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, he once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or in the desert of Sumeru. There is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, but creating games and setting rules. Gods do. Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing either way. Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and the 7 will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Krai has.
The whole set, man,
So on the bright side,
36.
even if Krai is doomed, your friends and other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
That's good to know.
There's a word for people who refuse to let it.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too. But whatever you call it, that's what gives battles are fleeting. But the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even...
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? I mean, who's gonna criticize?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me. I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in savior.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here.
You look kinda worried.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal...
That's true. Dottore is about to become an Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously, I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who, inasmuch as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act. Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
Whoosh. My good, my good.
So, what's...
I'll get to that. First,
Just like Paimon said.
how much do you trust her? This is a serious question.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and I see no reason not to...
If you say so. In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some... It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
Top.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really... Come on. Let's go talk to her.
Go talk to Machione.
Miss Androne, traveler.
Go on.
Hey there. Paimon's here too. She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge...
I forget who's under
If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the four orthants.
You under your neighborhood.
I see.
About that, it's been sorted.
Oh, with the traveler's help?
Actually, you're not wrong.
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was...
Wow! Go, Hat!
But where is he?
Come with me.
I guess he using his power. Bruh.
Hat Guy?
Hat Guy! Can you hear us? No response.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. I presume this has something to do with the...
That's right. He and the traveler came to see me. Wait, what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to every...
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to...
Oh, please.
Where does a mere student get that?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that
You're taking that,
status counts for
Sanjani.
much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out.
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Easier said than done. Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But
You should be able to tell that...
yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Fontaine.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called... Puppets need an energy source and processing power.
Push.
The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. She's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculation. It was built using wood from a silver white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
I can put 2 and 2 together, yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for
Dino
the
mai
worst.
good wonder kerandele Dino mai good.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me and I trust you.
And I chose me.
Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula.
Johan, he was feeling together.
I'm very close to finishing my calculations
figured
now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch. This is what the core looks like.
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right?
In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time.
No, ano ba pala mo
Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two, and the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww. Heck, on a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the...
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement, but in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another
One is
samsara.
human and one is not.
I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression? Isn't this a good thing?
Sandrone will succeed, won't she? She has to.
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Where's my good? My good. Yo,
Who are you?
I'm the moon goddess.
Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon.
Sonnet.
Oh, goodness. You recognize me?
Columbina. Columbina hyposelenia.
Hyposelenia. What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself?
Yes, sir.
It was...
Friends.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted.
Do you mean the other two moon goddesses?
Wow, you sure know a lot. Oh, it's all right. You could say we were too prepared. When did you get here? How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
I see. Are you feeling all right? You look a little unwell.
I can hold out a while longer.
Look at our moon.
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead. Don't worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you.
Good. Yo. Canon and Araya.
I'm back! And look who I brought with me. It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future.
The pleasure is all mine.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Arya, the goddess of... And this is Canon, goddess of the Frost Moon. Canon.
Hello, Columbina.
It's fine.
You seem shy.
Could you tell me where here... Please.
This is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
What?
You're scaring...
No, I'm fine, please.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first Descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Ooh.
Is that what later generations call them?
Those were the first descendants.
But we did not reject them at first, nor did we coexisted in peace.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good.
Well, I guess we found out the answers sooner or later.
All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or perhaps they feared them. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations.
Only this was
right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures?
And so began the war.
So, that's the name the world gave.
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won, and the world's original master.
And what of the moons? Are there still
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age.
Only the Frost Moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principle. The eternal and iridescent moons were...
So death finally came for us.
Sonnet.
But you're still here.
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the frost moon is cut off by the false sky. How much worse it would have been if it were outright destroyed.
You wouldn't be here today,
Our
man.
souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moon...
Then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
Because the heavenly principles ain't doing shit.
All the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sister.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
The story gotta continue, man.
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process, scan for moons.
X moon.
Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along? Variables. Variables in the world.
That's what Doctor
I
considers
know
you
where
guys.
potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables, like their life or death, for instance? What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be... Wait! Wait! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said initiate secondary process. Scan again, this time filtering out interfering perimeter, moon marrow. Why? It says 3 moons still exist into that, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moon... Why? Why is it still 3?
Because my
What
god.
is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yeah, so technically they're still.
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power. Opening the moon gate it would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time...
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return. But we have no way of knowing.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own...
Yes, she certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so... I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's harm might be an anchor that she left behind. As a sort of future wait, this could also explain why Luana's harm...
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some criteria we need to fulfill to allow Columbina to return. The question is, what could they be?
Hello? Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us. I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Tevat's sky.
Truly amazing.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay? All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar.
Maar floating din, maar floating again.
Hard to believe that
our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Tevat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Tevat.
Have you ever?
Of course. Between us,
it's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
Sorry? What are those?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because part of my soul remains in reality.
Kuvaki.
You don't know? It's...
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the parted vat, but there is no difference in the elemental...
What?
Could you show us some of this Kuvaki? Hyposelenia?
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Krai. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
You control all of Kuvaki.
How curious.
Let alone influence living creatures. So...
This is so strange.
Columbina, you're looking for...
Yes. If I am to help my friends,
You mean...
This sounds extreme. The Three Moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful...
I know.
Even so, let's say we successfully Nibelung constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war. No moon goddess can leave this...
What if...
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Columbina...
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us in it? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone?
Seems Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reykir of Solnari. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things. So, if she wanted to tell us some... Oh. Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just if she is part of Columbina, and Columbina...
Oh,
yeah! Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eye...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind. But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda. Promise me.
Yes, Boss.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rarier.
Then at least and if you really do lose your sight.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
Lego. Lego. Gosh.
All done.
Good. Now give me some space. Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Moo. What the hell? Gosh. What? Good things.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the sole surviving moon, the Frost, I think I might know how to get back. But time to go talk it over with them.
Ooh. What? Whether foot or the third one for Furth, I want to go by your Furth.
It seems you have reached a decision. I'm all ears. What do you propose?
Have you decided what to do? I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared me when you said that thing about not leaving here alive. Come on, let's go.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Gosh.
Have you figured it out? Tell us.
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
What? And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them?
No. Come again? They will find my message. I'm sure.
I'm not following.
It's quite simple. First, I will leave my soul here.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean you're a divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely... In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes,
You wanna talk?
I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, The moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can still feel that it is there. In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now.
But how do you just leave your soul here? Is that even possible?
You know my good to do.
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remained. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes, I shall turn my body into moonlight and that power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future. However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this. So I'm humbly...
Oh, dear sister, you need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road.
So...
Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how is now? I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request.
Oh, no, please. I was just... You cannot imagine how happy I am for the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Tevat. It is a great relief to know that the people of this world live in such an abundant future. If your plan can save them and save Not Krai, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question I would like to ask you before we proceed.
Certainly. What is it?
Why do you cover your eyes?
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it's...
There was a time I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my...
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things. Like the promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friends. I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return. But that is your true home. Give me your hand, Columbina. Arya, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the song sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
We once were the tides in the great river of time, but now we subside, and you arise.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration. But now, the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be with those who smile when they see your face.
Give me that power, man.
Yes. We have transferred the authority over from this moment on. She is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Columbina.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Look at all these guys and you form also much up and so.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the three moons beyond these prison walls.
I understand.
Sisters, oh, my body. It feels...
Oui.
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
Bro.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final destination of our lives. Canon and I will be by your side the whole way.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the three moons' power to send us back into the real world? Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will seek. It's just... we would like to spend our final moments together in the only place we ever called home.
Of course. Sonnet, don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. Don't forget. I'm so glad to...
I'm okay. I'm not afraid.
It looks like... this is goodbye, sisters.
What?
Goodbye, Columbina.
Goodbye, Bina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body. May it become the moonlight that keeps Krai company through the long years. So this is why Krai was not always home to Kuvaki. It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land, and only this land.
Mm-mm.
Kuvaki responds to me because it is me. My body. Answering and the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul. O power Triloon, eternal moonlight. I,
Oof.
Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home.
Gosh. Goodness. Mm-hmm.
Boss! That was crazy! Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone? Can you still see? How many fingers am I holding up?
I see 2 fingers.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends. Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma?
Surely you jest, Mr. Flins.
Really, you jest?
I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to protect Nefer's eyes when this moment arrived. There is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth, but it seems that this time, Columbina has shouldered that burden on our behalf.
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clearly, despite being separated by time and space, we're seeing this.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Renee de Perico.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dottore. The civilian population has been moved to safety.
Miss Androne, how are the calculations?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hatman being powered down for nothing.
There's still a long road ahead. Where should we begin?
Our plan is clear. Time is short.
There's just never enough time, is there? Time is the bane of my existence.
All right, we'll do our part too.
Yeah.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power. But I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're...
You were the very picture of confidence back when you...
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just a ball of nerves in a charming and gregarious package?
Is my good.
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. Well, you're all the braver.
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself. Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off, Tevat's doomed, isn't it?
Oh, you think so? Actually, yes. Yes, it probably is.
Are you so fruity?
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it also gave us you, didn't it?
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
Nah, you could will too, Clément.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has a big favor to ask of you.
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to help us in this difficult time, yes?
Well, that has less to do.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, I don't think it's a question of if they'll fail, but when. Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottore is constantly expanding his territory. It's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Krai. Rather, if Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, well, at the closest... Anyway, her calculations suggest that our best hope for victory... It's up to us to slow Dottore's advance and...
Are you asking me to help you with building the defenses?
No. When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during our three-way talks?
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd...
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have heard the knight's plea. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how...
Gosh. The plotted.
This is... Wow. Yeah. This is great. Seriously.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity with a little divine intervention. To humbly serve as a reliable and responsible guide. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please accept this gift and go now. May the angel's blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
Gosh. Feeling protected. Gosh. Talk to Marionette.
Ah, you're here. Sandroni! How are things going? Glad you asked. You two are about to become the first people to lay eyes upon my masterpiece. Or should that be the first person and the... Hey! Whatever. Come. Wow! This meter displays the progress of my formula. Currently, it's still making the most important connections.
What are we looking at?
Once it's finished running, I'll deliver it right to your side. And then...
What do you mean, deliver it? Can't you just...
You're such a greenhorn. This isn't the kind of formula you solve in math class. Whatever. We'll be here all day if I start trying to explain it. All you need to know is the formula must be completed before we can bring Columbina back. I'll share the data with you. Nicole's agreed to let me use her information channel, so we just need to use the Dodo communication device like so. There. Now you can check.
Wow! Look at that! You're amazing, Sandrone.
About time you recognized my genius. Took you long enough. Anyway, that's all from me. You should check on the others if you have time. Make sure we don't have any weak links, and that might sound harsh to you, but close supervision is a common practice in a Fatui. Not looking to catch anyone out. I just care about everything going smoothly. That's all. I'm kinda stuck here while the formula's running, so I need you to be my second pair of eyes.
Yo. Okay, I guess the editing. I mean below. What the hell? Oh, I can just walk out. I was about to say we locked in that space. I'm talk to you, big dog.
Traveler, Paimon.
Friends! How's everything coming along?
Fairly well, if I do say so myself. Personally, I am...
Ooh, you sound much more
Yeah,
serious
I
than
ready
usual.
too. I ready too.
To be honest, I am not usually fond of exercising my full strength. For one thing, it's hardly conducive to maintaining a low profile. Besides, I believe one should have the... I am conserving my strength until the moment of battle is upon us. Anything to boost our chances of victory.
Luna charge.
Seeing you get into the zone like this really puts Paimon at ease. Huh?
I consider it an honor to have your trust. Rest well. I look forward to seeing you both in your element during the battle.
Still 20. Yeah, let me talk to. I thought it's over to you watching Wonder.
Thankfully, Miss Nicole has come to our aid. Nasha Town is now looking very well defended.
Golden Flame. Yes, that's Nicole's power, all right. Based on the latest message from Grandmaster Varka, it sounds like they've reached an agreement. The situation should be more stable with her assistance. Everyone will have at least some degree of protection.
Albedo! Durin!
Jiren.
Hello there, you two.
Are you well rested?
That's good to hear. As per the plan, Albedo and I will be in charge of Nasha Town.
So who in Wonder are watching
As
the team?
Dotori's energy field expands, it's creeping ever closer in that direction. But we will do our best to hold our position.
We fought side by side many times before, and always with great success. I believe this time will be no different. So don't worry about us. Focus on fighting Dotori.
Yes, Miss Moonchanter? What are you staring at?
You always address me in the strangest ways. Lady Moon.
It was any fight or is Weavaka? Well, from the trailer, Weavaka. Flims. Sandrone. Dinar. Can't remember who else was there.
Yes, and?
Nicorin,
Are either of those
Alakio.
incorrect?
Not as such. It's just that I simply call you Nefer now.
Uh-huh. That's my name.
The point is I don't...
Meaning what?
That... Make...
Is that how you see it? And I
Friend,
thought I was the one
twin.
with eye damage.
Paimon, traveler.
Just swinging by to check in on you. How are things going? Did you manage to get some rest?
Don't worry about me. I won't slow us down.
And I give my all to ensure our victory. Ah, yes. Allow...
Make sure fuel.
Hold on. You're both in good shape.
Paimon ain't gonna do nothing but science.
You're welcome. You'll have your work cut out for you in this battle against Dottore, so make sure to get some rest.
Paimon will keep an eye on her.
I'm glad to hear it. Take good care of yourself, too, Paimon.
Sure thing.
Paimon. Can't wait to see Anastasia.
Here they come. That's as we expect.
Get ready, everyone.
Take your positions and prepare to
Alright,
engage.
I'm ready to lock in everybody. Lock in.
Let's begin. I'm at the ready.
Gosh, I powered up. Nah. Lock in. Lock.
The long sleep beckons. Be silent. Fear the dark. Observe.
It's your skull! Protect us.
Oh, the rain in Colombina was like,
These creatures cannot
where the hell
stand against us.
we getting Hydra from?
No fighting talk. Just don't let your guard down. That goes without.
Gosh.
Coming to be. Stay back. Story has only just begun. Moments of birth. Huh, that was easier than I thought.
Naturally.
What do you mean? Is it because as created beings go,
Gosh. Full team.
By the frostman evolve.
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes. People have always used fire to drive away wild beasts.
Wouldn't a lantern work just as well?
You read my mind, my dear friend. I was just about to say that.
All right then, dear friend. Bring the light.
Yo.
You're looking well. I trust you've had a good couple of days.
Dottore.
Dottore.
It's actually a good thing, in my view. If the subjects of my experiment were to die prematurely, and so, we are no longer on the same level. But you are nonetheless worthy of my respect. And in any case, it is only right that before I end your lives, the world is informed of...
Goodness. Yo, cutscene, let me see. Heretic of the False Moon. Yield it all. It's right here, he doing it? I thought he would have go up in his sky. Gosh. Thy goodness, thy goodness.
The experiment begins. With the marrow of
The 3 moons in my hand.
behold the false moon's fall.
For the everlasting past.
Did you honestly think that would hit me?
The long sleep beckons. Keep your distance.
Foul.
Be silent. Observe.
Entropy. To dust. Good. Keep it up. I'm still collecting data. Did you honestly think that would hit?
Can't hide the truth.
Push.
First.
No
like
more
an ant
lies.
in my palm.
We moved inside another space.
Nah, Flint, you was first one to get.
Looking at the structure of it, it seems like the Tory intends to trap us here. There's no exit. Our endurance is about to be put to the test.
It's Flim's biggest fan.
Ah, and here I thought you dodged that.
You poor it all adds up.
Entropy bends to me.
Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels. Krai, protect us. I, the Frostmoon. No more lies.
Good. Excellent. Good. Keep me
Can't hide the
shackled.
truth.
Found.
Now this man have unlimited HP.
Excellent. You
Oh,
barely
yeah, me.
managed to tap my full moons in my hand. Behold the false moon's fall.
Behold the false moon's fall.
Tell me, where will you try scurrying off to next?
I'm just low my piece.
Dottore has opted for a
Nah, we'll low my going and do here though. They mean my.
We will not allow him to triumph. Now, I
Go ahead
shall
and put it
pray
in.
for our victory.
Entropy bends to me.
I guess we're gonna be the last one.
Good. Keep it up. I'm still.
The deception ends here.
How dull.
My HP is better have, but
Can't hide the truth.
Reverse.
Seek within.
Water jet!
No more lies.
Excellent. You.
why do I like that?
Pathetic. Be annihilated. That which cannot stand against me.
Absurd.
What's this supposed to be? A knockoff version of the space Columbina got trapped in?
Bootleg? Oh yeah, they bootleg.
There's no way out.
Bootleg Moongate.
We'll see about that, Dottore.
Did you honestly? My apologies. I had not intended to take your teammates from you. But you have a choice. Obey and I. An excellent deal, if you ask me.
Okay, now we're ready, Liza.
Such a simple attack, and you're already struggling. Be shackled.
Water jet! Water jet!
Yo. What out.
I'm aware you've been working on some little tricks to surprise me with, but my guess would be that you're trying to bring Columbina back. I always found their friendship to be a curious phenomenon.
They more than
Two
friend.
highly incongruent personalities.
They more than
And
friend.
yet they share a deep connection.
They more than friend. They more than friend. Why did I open up
Speaking
EA,
of
bro?
Columbina, I once saw her as like a younger sister. We got along quite...
Bro, hold on. Ain't nobody trying to play no FC right now, man. Come on.
But then one day she suddenly decided she would refuse to take part in any further. It's such a pity. I could have had a sister, a family.
You're not fit to be fit.
That I can't deny. So many people, all obsessed with playing out the same tired old and then there's you. You had every opportunity to reach the right conclusion. The thought of killing you off like this. But I maintain that I approached you in good faith. So, I will offer you another chance. Will you work with me? You have
Yes.
until I count to 10 to make your choice.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Not in a million years.
Sandrone, what a pleasant surprise.
You're as sick and twisted as ever.
Sandrone.
Funnily enough, I was just discussing a collaboration opportunity with the Traveler, and then I see you, who I must say...
Gone to waste?
I said that everyone would get one chance, and you've used your... I was planning on disposing of your little formula after wrapping up more urgent business here. But since you've taken the trouble...
Nah, the man. Bring it yourself. Gosh. Let me see. I bet I was no match.
Is this your life's work? This piece of trash?
Bun sting. Coolness.
Your formula runs too slowly, Sandrone. You put your hope for success on others instead of fighting dirty. That is why you have failed. Now, whom should I slay first? Any volunteers? No one? How nice of you to leave the decision to me.
Gosh. We did get a volunteer.
How unexpected. Sandrone, any last words for me, comrade?
Is there anything you wish for?
Not really. But I've always known what I don't want. Go to hell, Dottore.
No!
And now, you have failed.
Goodness.
Now you see how fragile mechanical contraptions are. Just a gentle tap, and they fall to however keen of an inventor Sandrone may have been, her death. Of course, I have to commend her for making it this far. As her colleague, I have to admire. Now, my count was interrupted, but the second chance I extended to you still stands. Once again, by now, I'm sure you have gained a greater appreciation for the power and authority. Not in the mood to talk? I'll change the topic to something more apropos. Sandrone was always like this, never trusting anyone, always so reluctant to share her research with. Objectively speaking, she had her strengths. It is remarkable how she extracted and even optimized the world formula, but her inability to trust was her undoing. Had she allowed someone else to monitor or run the formula for her, but regrettably, she was a stubborn fool.
Dottore.
Yeah.
Maybe this is news to you, but people can change. Columbina surprised you when she escaped, and I think Sandrone would surprise. You can twist the truth however you want, but I see it clear.
Is that how? By this point, what can you hope to do about it?
Gosh, good things
It's
again.
pointless to fight on. You've already lost.
Wrong. You can't win this, Dottore.
What?
Gosh.
My formula can get us 90% of the way. It will connect you to Columbina. Then, I will bring the formula's output to the Traveler's side. For the last 10%, do whatever it takes. Just bring the moon down.
Whoa. Peek, guys, peek.
The moon will never be yours.
I turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nod Krai. I leave here to inform my future friends. Lastly, I will hide the Trilune Authority within the Frost Moon. And when my body, soul, and authority are reunited, finally...
She old boy.
It's been too long. I'm back.
I'm back.
Stay focused on the battle, Traveler.
What a touching reunion. Though I personally find myself repulsed by the sight of weaklings huddled together for war. Now, quite finished patting yourselves on the back. Show me how long you can struggle before or you drown!
Watch out, Columbina! He can manipulate space itself!
Oh no. Wait for the right moment. We'll strike together.
Found! Moon's remnants! Pity. I expected this experiment to last longer.
Come on.
First, like an ant in my palm.
Domain expansion.
I grant you the new moon's blessing. The new moon shines upon you.
I am
It's over, Dottore! Time to pay for your
Gosh.
heinous
No longer must the world cower in the cold night.
close to the new world.
Our future is not yours to command!
So you'd rather wallow in this
Everlasting as the moon.
only us. So you'd rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world? Willfully blind. How can you be so satisfied with your fate?
Now you're gonna get hands with Old Moon?
This battle was never about fate. It's about friends, family, and the home you stole from them.
So dull. Only the weak rely on each other for comfort. You shall see. Once I transcend fate, you will be nothing but fodder for my grand experiment!
That will never happen.
Oh, she never had her hands well.
No, you're doing it wrong. The moon looks like this now.
What are you
The new moon, Mom. It looks different than before, doesn't it?
I'll speak, I'll speak.
Also... Can I go buy a sugar sculpture today?
All right. I suppose today is a special day after all. Almost like a festival.
Extra, extra! Get the latest Nasha Express here! Post-disaster report! Nasha Town reborn! The voyage begins today!
I knew things would be different. But I didn't.
They say a new moon goddess has been born.
A new moon goddess?
I guess so. I'm not too... Hey, since we've come all this way, shall we grab ourselves a free meal while we're here?
Are you a convert now? Or are you just here for the free lunch?
Oh, come on. What does it matter? After everything we've all just been through? That smells good.
Come on! We gotta get there early, or there won't be any—
Shh, keep it down. This is a residential area.
أنا وري بصحيحة وين أخي أبوهم
Why is it so... It's okay. What about you? Did you still winding down from everything that's happened? Or are you wondering how our friends are doing? Okay, if you say so. But don't push yourself, alright? Let Paimon know if you need— What we just went through was... a lot. Luanatar disappeared after Columbina came back. Apparently, she... Still... Paimon kind of misses Luanatar somehow. But anyway, you did great. So did Paimon. We all worked our butts off to contain this disaster. So, chin up, Traveler. You should be proud of yourself. Hey! Don't poke fun.
Of course Paimon وحيد.
Paimon didn't think you'd mention it. You have no idea how anxious Paimon was. She was worried sick well. If you really want to show Paimon you're sorry, you're gonna need to make it up to her. Okay. Paimon's full now.
Huh? Oh, hey there, Traveler and Paimon. Good morning.
Morning, Yehuda. Here for some breakfast?
Oh, I've already eaten. Just need some water. I was mostly worried you might forget what day it was today. Careful there, Paimon. Too much food will make you drowsy. Don't let anyone catch you hiding at the back and...
Yeah, she'd probably be saying that to Aino.
True. You know,
Well, nothing like a region-wide calamity to bring people together. After that, surely even the...
Try telling Boss Neff that. She's not exactly convinced that people are gonna...
Really? But if she's so pessimistic about it, why'd she agree to be the Curatorium's representative in the League?
Probably 'cause... Even though Unity sounds like a pretty far-fetched... I think things will work out, though. I swear...
Paimon's with you on that one. And...
All right. Life's slowly returning back to normal. Were you about to head out?
Yeah! We were gonna take a stroll around this...
Sounds good. See you later, then.
Please accept today's boon. Have a nice day.
Oh, and if I give me people free food, I need a plate.
Is that Inefa handing out...
Hello there. Would you like a feast of the moon along...
So, what's new, Inefa? And Aino too?
You know.
What are you talking about, Paimon? We're just here to help. Duh.
In the wake of the disaster, it's all hands on deck. We responded to Lama's request for support. At times like these, the smallest good deed can inspire others and help them through the hard days ahead.
And we're using eggs and heating tubes to make that a reality. In true Kromkake Craft Shop style. Inefa! Did you hear that? The
Traveler said I did good.
That's because it's true, I know. Proposal. If you can resist eating today's dessert, I will provide you with—
No way. Well, that proposal got... I need something to get me through the hard times too.
Mom!
Yes, dear.
Excuse me. Could I... She helped us get safely out of Krai.
Of course she is.
But you...
Oops.
Shall we move to the open space near the center?
Thank you!
Aren't you the better pick for this?
You underestimate yourself yet again.
Not at all. I rarely come by Nashitown. I don't know any of the big shots here.
All in good time.
But you're much further ahead on that road.
You're not seeing the full picture. There is no question about it. The Lightkeepers need a representative in the League. Someone who is upright, cares about other people, and can realize their self-worth through—
You say it like you wouldn't make the cut.
I am most flattered that you think I would. Sigh a little less, Master Ilua, and have more faith in yourself. All the Lightkeepers agree that you're a very promising young man. That is precisely why Starshina and Nikita felt safe delegating such important work to you.
Goodness.
I'm sure we all also agree that we would sooner die of dehydration than manage to wrangle anything out of you in a discussion.
My apologies.
Whatever. I'll take the job. By the way, who else is part of this?
Oh, it's quite the who's who of Krai. There's the Moon Chanter of the Frostmoon Scions, the boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, a representative of the Voynich Guild, and even someone from the adorable Krumkake craft shop. I'm sure you will find speaking with them to be a genuine pleasure.
If you say so. I've never done this, but I'll do it.
An admirable attitude to take. The beacons are lit, Ilua. We're but one step away from breaking through the blizzard. We have the chance to band together and build our shared homeland into an Elysium.
Yeah.
Quite a few familiar faces have arrived.
But I never see Ilua before. Barca.
Wow! Everyone's here!
You seem well rested.
I know no one's asked, but I'm sure you all want to know, so let me just say...
Nobody asks. Barca.
Well, great, but not perfect. Starting to lose my mind from boredom. Can't drink a drop of alcohol while I'm waiting for my wounds to heal.
I'm sure you had a sneaky swig or two.
Wait, how'd you find out?
I'm sure you must be missing Mondstadt after all these years away, Grandmaster.
Yeah, you could say that again. Every time I get news from... Honestly, once things are...
Hey, looks like someone's taking the stage.
Can everyone see okay? Anyone need a boost?
I'll just listen from the back. It's fine.
You're taking this pretty seriously, huh,
Well, it's not every day that I get the chance to see how people speak in official settings.
Soak it up like a sponge. I'll make sure you get a chance to practice for yourself later down the line. Actually...
Mr. Varka, are you forgetting that I'm not a Knight of Favonia?
I can knight you.
Is he joking?
You'll have to figure this one out for yourself.
It is my honor to host the opening ceremony for the League, and to have this opportunity to speak—
Could this person also have been pushed onto the big stage by the real big shots?
We come here today, having weathered the trials and hardships of yesterday, and having learned from them,
All right, here we go. Uh-oh, looks like Aino's off in Dreamland already. Wait, boss is looking...
Come on, get this...
Krai is our home, the land we rely on for survival. And as we chart a course for the future, may we persevere through the storms ahead as we sail towards a new era of prosperity, freedom, and hope.
Yes, sir. think we like thirsty.
Looks like we'll have more opportunities to travel in the future.
I'm sure you'll cope, Lady Moonchanter, given how fleet of foot you are. Unfortunately, I suspect I'll be too busy at the Curatorium to act as your host.
That'll be all right. I'll just check your schedule with Yehoda well in advance.
You... So giving my employees extra workload isn't enough for you?
I thought you'd approve.
That's a bold statement. Are all the
Columbina's return has brought joy to all who care about her. As for the Frost Moon Scions, we are learning how to thrive independently, without relying on... It is up to us to make our home a more livable place. Joining the League is one of the steps we are trying towards that end.
I like the word try. It's nice and non-committal. You can opt out at any time and
You don't see a bright future for the Frost Moon Scions? Or did you mean...
I'm just not as... The Frost Moon Scions should count themselves lucky that they have a leader as stubborn and enterprising as you. But Nod Krai's a big place, with all kinds of people.
Well, that's where you... Unless... The Curator...
For now, yes. And that...
What would make it worth your...
Getting out more than I put in. Right now, I'd barely break even. But I'll grant that it...
Then maybe it's worth it.
All right. You can stop now.
You'd be very...
Hey, you two! Congrats on all your hard work! What are you chatting about?
Nefer was trying to dissuade me from adding to her employees' workload. Also, she's considering joining the Frost Moon side.
Sorry, what?
Your conversations are always the most... Would you two care to join me for some tea before heading to your next...
Sure.
Nicole? Wait, where are you? Aren't you gonna show up?
Sadly not. I'm otherwise occupied right now. I'm sorry, Paimon. I can hear how disappointed you are. If it's any consolation, let me say that how things appear on the surface is a far cry from what they are at their core. Perhaps you'll feel better if you focus on the fact you have a
okay.
No, or...
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Not for the time being. Just think of this as a general check-in to make sure this communication system is still...
You could've just said so. Still, the best friend... It's never gonna stop being weird having tea with you when you're not there, and...
Alright, fair point. I'll bear that in mind for next time.
Yeah.
And Alice just informed me that they had their work cut out for them. And now everyone's thoroughly exhausted. The disruption caused by this disaster has made Tevat... She plans to wait for things to stabilize, then reschedule. As for me, I agree with Hat Guy's perspective. We have to remain vigilant. I did notice that the energy in Nod Krai changed somewhat after the War of Funerary Flame. But since it was still alive... It looks like I'll have to examine the connections between phenomena I observe more closely in the future. Just doing my duty. It's more or less second nature by now. Of course! To give you the full picture, I'd have to start with the substance from which angels were formed. Never mind. By the way, you did receive the gifts from the Hexen Circle, yes? I'm not trying to claim credit or anything. They're quite similar to the protective talisman that Alice gave Dory, but with some very special enhancements.
Oh! So that's what kept our friends safe.
Indeed. We went to great lengths to make sure they were invisible to his eye. I'm so happy they came in handy. Still, not fishing for gratitude, by the way. Anyway, I'll contact you if any... Oh, my angelic instincts are You should head to the docks next.
I'm gonna make this place your home. Which one is the companions? I'll let you. Of course, you're joining Buggy for 2 years. Why both of them just stand a bit like that?
You're here.
You're here too, Hat Guy.
No, I'm bound for Sumeru, and she for Fontaine. We just happened to cross paths at the harbor. Everything seems fine. Sandrone may have an abominable temper, but she's always...
You always speak as if you know us in...
Maybe I'm just a good judge.
I certainly hope that's all there. Regardless, you have been a significant help in this matter.
Sandrone's the one who completed a seemingly impossible formula and turned the tide of the entire battle.
Even we were unaware that Sandrone had hidden the real formula inside Polonia's body. She managed to fool Dottore into thinking the formula was running in her system.
She probably realized that she didn't have the strength to stop Dottore. She always worked like that.
Well, that's why I'm traveling to Fontaine. She made a request of me long ago.
Meet Rene de Petrico and make her a new body that will be released in 6.7.
She said that should she ever fail in a mission, she'd like me to deliver her core and Polonia's to the Fontaine Research Institute. She also mentioned that she had made arrangements for people there to set her affairs in order. Some of her personal effects, such as her notes, were left to me. I've decided to take them back to the House of the Hearth. For safekeeping. However, there is one book among them that I'd like to leave in your care. I'll have someone deliver it. No, this is her last wish, and I will abide. I can only hope so. I bade farewell to Columbina earlier today. She spent a long time with Sandrone. Sandrone's passing has left a great wound and all, but Columbina surprised me. She offered me some words of comfort before. She never used to act like this. Clearly, she has grown. After these recent events, the Tsaritsa Snezhnaya now realizes that the arrest warrant for Columbina was just a ploy by Dottore. I shall return to Nodcry to see her as soon as I find the time. I hope that from now on, she too will explore Columbina. Hyposelenia's journey is my ship. Is he traveler? Paimon?
What are you still bumming around for? I thought today was the day you'd agreed with her.
Oh, you better want to see this spaceship.
You're afraid you won't like the truth when you see it. Well...
Don't say that!
Fair point. But I'd say they say blood's thicker than water. I know how much you need your family back. More than you need any of your friends. No matter what the truth turns out to be, they will stick by you and support you. Whatever decision you make, finding the truth is important. But more important still is what you choose to do once you've found it. At least, that's the life lesson I've learned from my experience. Grappling with the truth. What? Now that Dottore's dead and gone? A little like, maybe I regret not getting to end his life with my own hands. Or maybe it's something... Either way, I'm going back to Sumeru. Lesser Lord Kusanali is... You should continue with your journey, as you've always done.
Your son had guy.
Now? If you want it, after all, when Columbina said she knew where your ship was hidden, Paimon, it hasn't been all that long since we were last apart, sure, but... Ain't no... Paimon's sure you'd prefer to digest, but, no matter what you see, just know, if you can't make sense of something, let's give it some thought together. And even if we both feel better now? Alrighty.
Time to meet up with Olumbula. Olumbula. We're beaten down so far.
Columbina, we're here! Can't quite believe we're meeting out here. We're gotten used to what...
Well, it's just, now that it's all over, I've decided to make some changes. Try and fit in with the Frost Moon Scions. The older generation are still timid around me. They don't dare get too close. And they bow their heads when but things are much better with the children. I see more curiosity in there. Hopefully, by the time the next Moon Prayer night comes around, I can enjoy the festival with...
You'll do fine, Columbina!
I'm unsure they'll realize you're super nice when— You really think so? When we first met, you thought I would— We were just starting out then, come on! I'm only teasing. I know that I have you to thank for pulling me back down to solid ground. It feels good to finally stand firm on the earth where I was born.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you. I'll make sure not to lose it this time. Well then, are you ready?
Ether, what happened to our spaceship back then? Why did you leave? It's time to learn the truth I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Then let me open the way for you. Hmm? Where does this lead? To our shared destination. Huh?
The moon.
Do you remember me telling you about my missing prologue back when we just met? But while I was inside the moon's reflection, I realized the story of the time before I was born was in fact the spot when I obtained the Trilunar Authority and returned to our present reality. Yes, your spaceship. All this time, it has been hidden on the Frost Moon, which lay beyond the great ruler of the firmament.
Wait, them? Why would they do that?
I don't know. Perhaps your ship contains something that is incompatible with Teyvat. Oh, did I pick a bad time to say this? Maybe I should have waited until you were on the moon.
That would have been kind of mean.
Nah, let me go.
Oh?
Whatever is hiding in that ship, no one else has the right to decide whether I should or shouldn't know about it. Not even the Heavenly Principles.
Very well.
You two—
Rest assured, Paimon. Thinking about the story that we'll find hidden on the moon?
Yes.
Stories like that don't I don't believe in end.
Oh,
Where
goodness.
am I?
Yo.
This is the pathway I built between Teyvat and the Frost Moon. The moon is very far away from us, so it could be a long journey. After I obtained the Trilunar Authority, I unwittingly saw past events from many of my friends' lives. One was Lauma. She was so young when they chose her to be the Moon Chanter. From then on, the Frost Moon Scions looked to her to bring messages from their goddess. But, for better or worse, I had left Hisi Island before she was ever born. It was not until much, much later that she met me.
I think it's for the best. Because of the way things turned out, you had the opportunity to become friends.
You're right. In that sense, I think we were both very lucky. Oh, and about that mage, Nicole. I only recently learned that she has lived in Teyvat since the time of the Three Moon Sisters. The Moon Goddesses always had a good relationship with the angels. I suppose our friendship continues that tradition. And then there's Sandrone. I never knew that much about her, beyond the fact that she was created by someone called the Lord Artificer. She, too, suffered for a long time before joining the Fatui. How I wish I could talk to her again. Even if only to hear her say nasty things to me.
Friend.
Also, I saw your sibling's story. I'm afraid I didn't see much. It seems that he rarely came to the surface where the moonlight shines. But I did notice that back when you first set out on your journey, he would often appear nearby, gazing at you from afar with a
We
glint
will
of love
be
in his eyes.
reunited.
Let us speak no more of the past. I probably shouldn't reveal so much about my friends. It's not my place. Let the moonlight carry us forth. We are very close now. After this, I'd like to bring some kuhenki to the moon as well. If they're willing, of course.
What about your other friends? Will you bring them to visit too?
Certainly. But I'll need to tidy the place up first. This home hasn't received any guests in a long, long time.
Take me to the moon. Yeah. Take me to the moon.
I believe it was called...
Dodoko's Whirligig.
Yes, that was it.
Dodoko, 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 Dodoko.
That frightened me. But I'm not afraid anymore. Besides, this time, we're traveling together.
Why are we moving so slow? Okay. Gosh. The moon, Murray.
We're here. Over there.
The spiritual boy. The earth.
Our spaceship.
It's huge. I suppose that the moon is the only place one could It'll be alright.
Huh?
The way you feel in this moment. I went through it too, on Moon Prayer Night. Solitude for me once meant living a life in which even I was absent. Before I met, but that night, solitude meant throwing away the life I had gained after meeting all of you.
Columbina.
Go. Retrieve the part of your life that was once lost. Trust me, you will lose nothing by doing so. Look, Teyvat is right there. All of our friends are down there, waiting for us.
You're right. Thanks, Colum.
Da, da, da. Gosh, she eyes open, but she always in alt mode now.
Finished?
What did we find?
Yeah. Why did you take your eye mask off?
Well, since my return. Besides, I've always wondered how to...
And what do you...
It's beautiful. I could spend a whole day... What about you? What do you think of the truth you found? I haven't looked at another person's expression in a long
Keep this up.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm much more used to sensing what's going on around me with Kuvaki. I think I'll save my eyes for seeing special moments I really want to remember.
I read the spaceship's flight log. I always assumed that this was my first time in Teyvat. I thought that Ether and I must have been hibernating in space for centuries on end, but the logs show that our spaceship flew over the skies of Teyvat once before.
Flew over? So you didn't land?
No. The ship, after that, it continued traveling through space for a long time. It was only after that that the ship made a forced landing in Nodkrai. When Ether found me, could this mean that he left the ship long before I did? Maybe even during our first pass over to Vat?
Are you alright?
Yes. I can feel that the truth is coming together, one small piece at a time. I remember Ether telling me that when he first arrived in Conria, he could not recall the past, so this might be something that even he doesn't know.
Here, I made some space for you. Your mind must be racing, and this seems like the perfect place to relax and clear your head.
Oh, wait, there's one more thing.
What is it?
Wait here a moment. Hey, Columbina.
You got new drip. New drip.
Is that
an old one, technically? It's been in a cabinet inside the ship this whole time. It's a matching pair with Ether's. He always liked this set more.
Huh. I don't think there's a huge difference. Yes, it's still the same you.
Only
Traveler, do you consider Teyvat your home?
Nah.
Home is wherever Ether is. Yes.
Would you change your answer if Teyvat changed appearance?
I don't know. The truth is not what matters most to me about Teyvat.
When I was first born, I longed for a home.
Teyvat is that place
you're mature enough
where
to
you
understand the
found
world.
her.
You just take it at face value. I thought that a home was a transaction. You give me what I want, and I'll do the same for you. But you and your friends taught me what a true home should look like. You never asked for anything, yet you gave so generously to me.
That's because your friendship matters to us. It was worth it.
In the past, I thought that my birth in Nodkrai must have been a mistake, but after journeying to the distant past where the story began, I realized that it was I who chose Nodkrai to be my future home. Now,
I'm sure your friends...
In fact, I intend to make the same choice today as I did back then.
What do you mean?
Well, I've given the Eternal Moon's Marrow to Lauma, and the Iridescent Moon's Marrow to Arlecchino. And now, I shall return my Kuvaki to Nodkrai again.
Wait, but...
I won't. Not this time. I am only returning to Nodkrai the part of me that it needs. Oh, and
For me?
Yes. Come closer.
Or
What was that? I lifted some of the restrictions this world placed on you. I trust this will help in your future adventures.
My power. It feels like it's grown. Thank you.
You're welcome. I see you as family, and after everything you've done for me, In fact...
Columbina.
Here. This flower is...
Isn't this a moon prayer blossom?
Yes. Don't worry. will never see these flowers lose their color again. I'm finally discovering the joy of giving.
Hey, better late than never. What are you thinking about now?
Why don't you take a guess?
I don't think I'll get it in one guess. But I'm sure it's a happy thought.
That's kind of a sneaky answer. Down into that. The moon seems so far away. But on the moon, everything feels so close by.
Well, I never went anymore, so I
The
guess.
haze that once enshrouded the skies has finally been dispersed. I feel like a traveler on a winter's night, starting a new chapter in my tale by the warmth of a bonfire. I don't have a lot of luggage, but I do have a lot of hope for the future.
Well,
next, to start with, I want to stay here just a little longer. After that, let's return home and continue our journey.
True. See what anything we're gonna see.
clothes bring back so many memories.
Ite mi dota mi da izedi. Oh, so about to save da izedi with a big beef. And if I have any chests here, boy. You have any chests? Nah, yeah, no.
The journey goes on, like I said. This is not the end. I don't believe there has to be an ending.
Yeah, tell me about Snez.
Most people would probably tell you to pack some warm clothes. In fact, it is home to quite a wondrous heat source. I think they call it Kreshnik's. I sensed the energy it gave off as I was passing. I also recommend the Korolievsky troupe in Snezhnograd. They give performances quite regularly, and entry was free for harbingers. I liked them a lot.
Okay.
Ice cold and That's just the impression that Tsaritsa gives me. In fact, I don't think the people of Snezhnaya even know. Maybe that's because the Tsaritsa herself has never acknowledged nor accepted that power.
But it didn't give too much.
There's Regrator, the Rooster, and the Jester. Between them, they control a lot of what happens in Snezhnaya. But I can never wrap my head around how exactly power is split. I noticed that the Rooster and Regrator often appear to get along on the surface, while working against each other in secret. But I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Now that I think about it, the term Mistelton often seemed to come up in connection with Project Stuja.
Project Stuja.
There's Regrator. Between them,
dari mana
I
dah?
noticed that, but I wasn't particularly interested, so I tended to keep my distance. Once things settled down in Krai, I'd like to You've told me so many stories about the other places you've been to, and it would also help me learn more about the journey that has made you into the person you are today. Okay. It shall cast down its true moon.
Return to Eva. Accordion thing.
To Jean, acting Grand Master of the Night. This preamble is such a pain to write. It's probably high time we got rid of this acting business. I trust that Dern has updated you all. The good news is, we managed to come together and put a stop to the Doctor's evil schemes. As for the Fatui, not counting the Damselette, aka, we found ourselves allied in this instance with both the Knave and Marionette. As ever, we find ourselves better off for making friends rather than enemies. But until we can ascertain the Tsaritsa's true intentions, the future remains. In a short while. Wait, how am I meant to surprise everyone if I tell them in the letter that I'm heading home?
We'll just go see
Okay,
it.
got it. I will begin sending the expeditionary team back home in waves. I'm sure. I hope they won't gloss over the details of my many heroic deeds. I think of Mondstadt daily. P.S. The honorary knight went above and beyond this time. Are there any other honors? P.P.S. Please be extra nice to Klee for the foreseeable future. I cashed in on the last favor that the Hexen Circle owed us, so we need to earn some more goodwill. If there's any serious problems, feel free to stick me in solitary. Whew. And that, as they say, is... And with the moon shining down brighter than ever...
Whoa. Gosh. W quest, man. W quest. We are meant to see. Gosh. Toughness. Toughness. Gosh. Would them know about me? Would them know about me? Yeah. I think that about it, man. I think that about it. Yeah. Totally quest, totally quest. It was good, it was good. It was good, it was good. Feel the door good, and then to ensure that, you know, it could have possible continuations in the future if for whatever reason. They leave some things unanswered. Yeah. It was a good quest, it was a good quest, feel like a good little peak thing. To more or less end the main situation and not cry, it leave room for Rare, it leave room for Doctor. You know, it leave room for anything possible in the future. They do a good job with not cry in addition to the adding for making anything possible. But yeah, that's more or less how to say. Excited for Snesh. Can't wait to see the Ritz and colleagues, just and friends. Yeah, no, I'm excited, I'm excited. And yeah, if I was to score this out of 10, I'll give it an 8. This quest was a good 8 out of 10. Really good quest, really good quest. And well, yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys all in the next one. And yeah, remember, stay healthy, stay clean. It's been your boy. When next my stream will be, man has no clue. But we will be streaming sooner or later. Right, so yeah, I'll catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.